integration of Western cold laser technology plus the Eastern acupuncture treatment plus the magnetic therapy. Whenever you wear it on your wrist and on your nose, one of the key important function is it helps your body to restore the production of ATP energy. So that with enough ATP energy produced inside your body, all your cells will start to restore its own functions, inclusive of self-growth, self-repair, and cell absorption. And of course, I did mention here acupuncture treatment, right? A lot of people, the first thing acupuncture comes into the mind is actually using needles. A lot of people will start to ask me, where does the acupuncture comes from? You can hardly even find a needles here. And some even ask me, to wear this iron laser, why do I need to wear on my nose? It is so uncomfortable, it looks horrible. And some more, a lot of people told me that whenever they wear this at home lying on the sofa, the husband or wife always tell them they look like someone lying in the hospital with a tube in the nose. In actual fact, if you want to wear this iron laser, you have to wear it on your wrist as well as nose. Now, the first question here is, why on the left wrist instead of on the right wrist? Anyone know the answer? Why? Exactly. When you wear this iron laser, you have to wear it on the left wrist because it's nearer to your heart. Okay? And of course, the other question is, why do you need to wear it on the nose? Okay, let me just explain further why. Okay? Now, by wearing on the nose every day, there are two reasons for that. Number one, your nose actually contains a lot of fine capillaries. Now, if you wear it on the nose, the light energy photons through all the capillaries in your nose can be dispersed throughout your whole body faster. That is why if you wear it together on your wrist and nose, the effectiveness of this product is actually twice as compared you just wear it on your wrist. That is the reason, first reason. Second reason is a much more important reason. Whenever you wear it on your nose, it actually gives direct benefits to your brain cell. Okay, we know that our brain cell is the most special cell inside our body because a lot of research shows that, you know, once your brain cell is gone, it won't grow again. That is why by wearing on the nose every day, it actually helps to protect your brain cell, activate the function of your brain cell, or even helps to prevent a lot of health issues like Alzheimer's disease. Okay, that is why I always advise people, if you wear this iron laser every day, 3 times per day, you know, if you are outside normally in the morning, in the afternoon, if it is not convenient for you to wear this nose line, at least you wear 1 time at home every day on your nose. Okay, even those people who are having poor memory, elderly people, they are having poor memory, if you wear it regularly every day, you will realize that your memory actually improves significantly. A very good example is actually my own mom. My mom, when I bought this unit for her, is for her sugar level lah. Okay, when she start to use this iron laser, she is at the age of 76 years old. Now is 80 years old already. Now, 3 or 4 months ago, when I went back to my hometown, my mom actually come to me and told me that, hey, she realized that her memories improved. Initially, I was quite skeptical lah, doesn't really believe lah. So I just say, okay lah, I test you lah. You say your memory improved ma. So how to test her? By asking our phone number. Why? Because every time I know that when she wants to call us, she always have to either look through all the notes that she have written down or have to check her phone. But this time I told her, you cannot check your phone, you cannot look at your notebook. I will ask her. The first thing I ask her is, what is my phone number? Now, without referring to the handphones or the notebook, she just say my handphone out. Immediately the first thing on my mind is that, oh yeah lah, maybe she always call me, that's why she can remember my phone number. Never mind, I test her again. I asked her for my sister's number and brother number. Without referring to the phone or notebook, she can say it out completely. You know what happened the next? The next thing I also feel paiseh. Why? I have to pick up my handphone to check whether she's fine. That's why it actually, her memories improve significantly. That is why you wear this every day, right? It will help to improve your memory, protect your brain cell as well. Even it will help to enhance the function of all the nerves inside your face as well if you wear it on your nose every day. Yeah? That is why you must wear it every day, at least one time per day on your nose. Okay? Now the second thing is that you need to wear it on your wrist. Okay? Wrist, left wrist. Now if you look at this device, how many apertures or how many holes are there? Three. Altogether, 5, correct? 4 in the row, 1 individual by itself. Now, if you wear this on your left wrist, this 4 in a row, it is actually targeting at your blood pulse. Remember, whenever you go and see any Chinese physician or even Western doctors, how do they read your pulse? 4 fingers, man. There are three reasons why this particular hole is targeting at your blood pulse. Okay, 3 reasons. Number 1, if your blood inside your body is too thick, it's all clustered together. Whenever you wear this IM laser, through these 4 holes, when the light energy photons is penetrated into your skin, into your bloodstream, it will help to disperse all the cluster blood into individual. We know that if your red blood cell is in individual, it is more effective in carrying oxygen nutrients throughout your whole body as well as carry toxic out. Am I right? And of course, this actually helps to reduce your blood viscosity. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, through the same blood pulse point, when the light energy photons is penetrated into your bloodstream, all these light photons will start to stick to your red blood cell like those nutrients and oxygen. It will be carried throughout your whole body by the red blood cell. Whenever there's any cell inside your body that comes in contact with these light photons, automatically it will trigger a process called biostimulation effect or photostimulation effect, in which it will stimulate your cell mitochondria to produce more ATP energy. As I mentioned just now, once there's a lot of ATP energy, all your cell will start to restore its own functions. Okay, and number 3, through the same particular point, it will also enhance the production of one very important components inside your body called nitric oxide. Now, if your body can produce a lot of nitric oxide, even today, you don't have time to do your exercise, with a lot of nitric oxide, ultimately it will improve your metabolism rate, improve your circulation as well. Even nitric oxide, if you go online and search nitric oxide, it is responsible for a lot of benefits inside your body, inclusive of anti-inflammatory action and things like that. Okay, that is why these 4 points is actually targeting at your blood pulse. Okay, what about this individual point? This individual point. Whenever you wear this on your wrist, this individual point is actually targeting at your key acupuncture point called 内关. Now we know that in our body there are 361 major acupuncture points. Okay, all these acupuncture point is actually linked, is actually dispersed throughout your whole body. It is all linked together like a network. Okay, 内关 is actually one of them. Whenever you wear this IM laser, through this particular 内关 point, when the light energy photons is penetrated into this point, it will start to push through the network and start to stimulate the rest of your acupuncture point. This is where the acupuncture actually comes from. Remember, every time you go to acupuncture, they take the needles, tuk, 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 tuk. For what? It's for the flow of qi inside between your acupuncture point. Okay, that is where the acupuncture comes from. And the clinical study has proven that if you use cold laser to do acupuncture, it is actually 50 times more effective than you use a needle to do acupuncture. Now, in today's world, a lot of those who do acupuncture, top guy who do acupuncture or professors, they don't use needles to do acupuncture anymore. A lot of them actually use cold laser. You only use needles unless you have a very serious case. You need those long one. I'm sure you all watch movie also, a long one. You have to plug it into your head or something. Then you use the needles. If you talk about 5 to 6 centimeter penetration, cold laser is the one they use. Why? It is non-invasive. You don't have to worry whether the needles is hygiene or not hygiene. That is where the acupuncture actually comes from. And don't be surprised, some even if you wear this iron laser regularly, sometimes suddenly you will feel that how come there is a ticklish feeling running through your body. That is actually the acupuncture. Okay? And of course, this device comes with the third thing which we call the magnetic therapy. Now, if you look at this diagram, do you see the 2 red dots? Now, the 2 red dots actually represent where the magnet built in. Yeah, inside this area, there's actually 2 magnets inside. Okay. Now, if you want to see whether there's any magnet inside, very simple. You just take a paper clip. It is not magic. I don't do magic. It will clip there. Now there is actually 2 magnets inside. If you look at the position of the magnet, the blood pulse is actually in between. Am I right? It is the blood pulse is actually run in between. Why is it targeting at your blood pulse? Mainly because magnet can further enhance circulation and reduce your blood viscosity as well. Even today, for example, let's say you do a therapy of 30 minutes. After 30 minutes therapy, it is switched off. Okay, you still wear this device in the same position. What will happen is that the magnet is still continuously doing the job of reducing your blood viscosity and improve your circulation. Yeah, that's how IM laser works. Okay, that's how IM laser works. Now, a lot of people actually ask me again, I can understand how IM laser works now. But the problem is, I don't understand what is so special about this light, red light. Is it the same as the traffic light, the red light? Or is it the same as the light that you found in karaoke or disco, the light? You know, it's different. Let me just explain further. The light that is emitted by this device is actually 650 nanometer wavelength of light. This particular wavelength of light can be found under the sun as well. We know that the sun actually contains 3 major types of light. The first type, we call it the UV light. The ladies will know it. That is why whenever they go to beach or anything, they usually apply what? Suntan. Or sunblock, or suntan is because you become darker. Okay. The second type of light is called visible or non-visible light. Okay, different wavelength will have different colors. For example, a good example will be rainbow. Okay, so if you look at rainbow, you can see these colors inside the rainbow. And of course, the third type of light, we call it the infrared light. This particular 650 nanometer wavelength of light falls under the visible light. 650 nanometer is in red color. Now, what is so special about this 650 nanometer wavelength of light? Because the scientist has proven that under this particular light, the wavelength of light, all living organisms will be can survive and grow. Even the scientist has proven that if you can penetrate this particular wavelength, the 650 light, into your bloodstream, it can create the biostimulation effect in which it helps your cell to produce more ATP energy, nitric oxide, and things like that. That is why the scientists actually call this wavelength of light the light for life. Okay. IM laser give off 650 nanometer wavelength of light. Is it sufficient enough? By having this 650 nanometer wavelength of light, it is not sufficient enough. with 650 nanometer wavelength of light, you still need to have the laser technology, so that the laser technology can create the penetration to penetrate the light photons into your skin 5 to 6 centimeter into your bloodstream. Okay, if you want to look at the penetration power created by the laser technology, you can look at their nose. The two ladies sitting behind wearing it on the nose. Now, you look at the nose, they are sitting under a bright light. How come you can see the red light so clearly? Is it because their skin not thick enough? Not thick enough, it's not. It is because of the laser technology that create the penetration. That is why you can see the light so clearly. In other words, if you wear it on your wrist, because of the laser technology, it is able to penetrate the light energy photons into your skin 5 to 6 centimeter into your bloodstream. As I mentioned just now, when the light photons goes into your bloodstream, what will happen is that it will stick to your red blood cell like those nutrients, oxygen. It will be carried throughout your whole body by the red blood cell. Whenever there is any cell that comes in contact or absorb the light photons, this will trigger the biostimulation effect, in which it will help your cell mitochondria to produce more ATP energy, nitric oxide and things like that. This is actually the science behind this IM laser, using the light theory to create the biostimulation effect. Now, if you wear IM laser every day, let's say 3 times per day, once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once in the evening, what are the benefits you can expect to get from this IM laser? There are a lot of benefits, but I'm going to share with you the key one. Okay? Now, the first thing it will help you is that if you wear IM laser every day, it will help your body to produce a lot of ATP energy. Once there's a lot of ATP energy, all your cell will start to restore its own function, inclusive of cell growth, cell repair, as well as cell absorption. Let me just give you a simple example to prove what I've said here, the first point. Restore your cell function, okay? Now, for those people who are having high blood pressure or high sugar level, who are under medication, usually the sugar one will be more, you can see the effect faster, okay? Now, they are taking medication so that they can control their sugar level or blood pressure level, am I right? To the normal, and for those people who are having this issue, whenever they start to use this IM laser, usually within 3 to 7 days, depends on individual, these people will experience a certain huge drop in your sugar level or blood pressure. We know that if your sugar level or blood pressure drops too low, either the sugar level, the hand will start to shake, those blood pressure will start to feel giddy and all these things. If this does happen to you or your customer, what should you do? Call 999? Not big, okay. What if this does happen to your downline, your sugar level or blood pressure drops too low, what you need to do is to ask to reduce your medication by half, but don't stop your medication. Now the question here is, why does this happen? Why after using IM laser suddenly drops too low? We know that it's not good, it is dropped too low. Now, as I mentioned just now, when you start to use IM laser, a lot of ATP energy is produced inside the body. Because of a lot of ATP energy, your cell absorption suddenly becomes better. That is why, because of your cell absorption becomes better, whatever medication that you are taking, the efficacy of your medication also doubles up. That is why it will drop. Remember, if this does happen, just reduce your medication by half, but don't stop your medication. Don't stop your medication. Your sugar level or blood pressure will go back to its normal level. Okay? And of course, the second thing is that if you use IM laser every day, a lot of nitric oxide will be produced inside your body. Once there's a lot of nitric oxide, even today you don't have time to do exercise, because of the nitric oxide, it will automatically improve your metabolism rate, improve your circulation as well. we know that actually a lot of our health issue is related to circulation. Even though we know, but we sometimes because of jari makan, you don't have time to do your exercise. But with this IM laser, if you wear it every day, 3 times per day, you still can maintain your circulation well. That is why by resolving your circulation issue, you can resolve or prevent a lot of health issue as well. Okay? And number 3, if you do have any health issue or injuries, by using this IM laser, it actually speed up your recovery process as well. Okay, we have a lot of cases, by wearing this, the doctor also so surprised, how come you recover so fast? Okay, and of course, the 4th thing is anti-inflammatory action is very, very good and very, very fast. The research has proven that if you use cold laser technology to deal with inflammation issues, you can expect the result within 24 hours. Okay, let me just give you some simple example how you can use this to deal with your inflammation. Now, the first simple example is sore throat. Have you all have sore throat before? Yes, luckily you all say yes. Last time I asked, nobody answered me. I thought everybody is so healthy. Okay, now if you have sore throat, what do you usually do? Sore throat.
Gargle with salt.
Gargle with salt. Some go and see doctor. Some what strepsil or drink cha, what cha. Okay, how long usually does it take if you do that? 2 to 3 days. Okay. Now, if you do have sore throat inflammation, can this IM laser help? Yes, you can. Okay. Now, if you look at this blinking, am I right? This is actually intensity of 3. Intensity of 3 is for normal wearing on your wrist and nose. Now, if you have sore throat, okay, you need to switch it on to intensity of 4. Okay, intensity of 4. This is how intensity of 4 looks like. Does it blink? Now, it blinks. It blinks so fast that you cannot see with your naked eyes. So it is the strongest. Okay, this is intensity 4. Now, if you do have sore throat, you switch it on to intensity of 4. You just put it directly on your throat. Just hold like this. How long? After a 30 minutes of treatment, immediately you yourself will feel the difference on your throat already. That's how fast it deals with inflammation. Now, I still remember when Bora just came into Malaysia for first time, I get to know on the inflammation side because I tried before. When I share with people, I can tell you, even my own wife, my own mom doesn't believe in me. You know what did my mother-in-law say? But like what I said, if you do have sore throat, you try it yourself, then you will know, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you. That is very fast. After 30 minutes, immediately you yourself will feel. 30 minutes. 30 seconds, not so fast. 30 seconds, if 30 seconds you can see the result, this is not 3,008 or this is 38,000 already. Just kidding. Okay? After 30 minutes of treatment. What other things? Arthritis. Arthritis is joint inflammation, am I right? Now, a lot of people, the arthritis is so serious that a lot of people sometimes can even have pain, can hardly open out the arms as well. Numb could be because of circulation, could be because of nerves as well. So, what happens is that, can this IM laser help inflammation? Correct? Can. What I recommend, I advise you, if those people who are having arthritis issue, the first thing what they should do is they should wear this first 30 minutes treatment first, normal treatment. Then subsequently you switch it on to intensity of 4. You place it directly on where the pain is.
On the same day?
Yeah, same day can, no problem. Immediately after the treatment also can. Yeah. So depends on how serious your what you call it arthritis is. Some very fast, just one treatment of 30 minutes, you can feel the pain is gone, you can open out the arms. Some are more serious, it might take 2 to 3 times this target treatment. Yeah, it helps as well. What else? Arthritis. knee pain.
My hand cannot go back.
Later I will go into that, don't worry. That is actually not arthritis. That is actually what we call the frozen shoulders. Okay, I will go into that. Okay, let me finish all this. Then I will, don't worry. Okay, what else? Knee pain. Elderly people always having knee pain. Why? Because of the knee lack of the cartilage or gel, some people call it. Because of that, whenever they walk, the bone actually rub against each other. That is why inflammation builds up. That is why there will be a pain. Now, can this help? Can. Same thing, you switch it on to intensity of 4. You place it directly on where the pain is. You do a target treatment of 30 minutes each treatment. And depends on how serious it is. If it is more serious, you might need to do 2 to 3 times. Depends on individual. But definitely it will help. And of course, the last thing is actually sports injury. If you have injury, you will always have swollen issue. Why? Why you have? Exactly, because of inflammation again. So what you can do is switch it on to intensity of 4. You place it directly on where the swollen is. It will help to reduce your swollen, reduce your pain as well. Okay, inflammation. That is why, because why it is so effective in dealing with inflammation, because of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide.
How about people with like ulcer or something?